Bah. I'm a sheep.
No, you're a lamb.
I'm a baby sheep.
I'm a baby. You should have worn like an adult diaper.
That's hindsight. Like, oh
Yeah.
man, that guy said that to me. I should have said this. I should have said that. I should be wearing an adult diaper. Yes.
Honestly, we should have just put like a buffalo head on him with a little name tag that says Bill, and he
Yeah.
could have been Buffalo Bill.
That's
And
great.
then we wouldn't have to look at him. It would
So-
just be a buffalo.
You wanted me to be a silent lamb, and then
Yeah.
your second option was covering my whole face. I'm starting to sense a trend here.
Yeah, you could have been the mystery guest. Ooh.
The mystery guest.
mystery guest who wears 5-inch inseams.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and nice Chianti.
Smiling at me! Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
I just want to talk. I want honest answers. Do you have any idea what's going on out there?
I like wearing your skin.
Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.
You ready?
I'll do my best. I could make it creepy. Good evening. And welcome to Shrinks and Shrieks. No, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 4th annual Every Film in the Book Halloween extravaganza.
Let's go.
We watch people kill each other. Yeah.
Like Steve said, this is our 4th annual Halloween special. Halloween is obviously very important to all of us.
Very.
And we try really hard all year to avoid horror so that we can watch horror all month in October.
It's better than Christmas for me, honestly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, we put up more decorations for Halloween than we
Yeah.
do for Christmas.
Honestly, if you could see what we're looking at right now,
Yeah, there's more behind the camera. You can't
you'll never know. You'll never know. Anyway, Michael, what is our theme this year? We always do a theme.
Oh.
What are we
oh,
doing?
I see
What are we
I see
doing?
what you did
Yeah.
there, Steve.
Yeah.
We did Shrinks and Shrieks
Oh,
this
Yeah.
year.
now, just kind of spitballing here. Would your costume have anything to do with that theme?
Well, part of it, yes. I'm dressed in white,
Yes.
and I have ears.
Yeah. What kind of ears? What? Just
You might find these on a sheep or perhaps a lamb.
A lamba.
Ooh,
A lamb.
lamb.
Yes. Because to start off, Shrinks and Shrieks, we might as well have some shrinks and some shrieking,
Yes.
which is all throughout Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence.
Classic movie. I've actually seen this one more than once.
Woo!
You should be proud.
I feel like this is a movie everybody's seen at least a few times. Like, I remember as a kid, this was all over AMC, like mid-September through October.
I forget the TV cuts
Yeah.
Yeah.
of these movies, and then you watch the DVD, and you're like, oh,
Oh, we're just saying that,
Oh.
are we?
Mm.
What are we throwing at people again? Oh my
I
god.
forgot.
Yeah, this movie is weirdly vulgar in a few ways.
I mean, this movie, I just feel like was so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Like, we see it now where people are trying to make these, like, psychological horror movies or, like, these, like, serial killer kind of interview, like, really extreme, like, Criminal Minds kind of movies. And, like, I don't think any of them have really done it as well.
No, and we
as
say
Silence.
we say this a lot. Like they, if you're gonna do a psychological thriller, just do that.
Yeah.
Like we say it all the time. Like they're just jamming. There was jump scares in the Thinking movie. Like they just try to jam too many aspects of different horror movies, where this one was the dialogue was what made it scary.
Right.
Yeah, it really gives creepy without the jump scares, without the typical horror movie cliches that we see in a lot of other things. And it doesn't even have a lot of like blood and slashing
No.
or any
Yeah.
of that. So yeah, it's really interesting that they can do all of that just by vibes and talking.
Well, the intensity without violence is makes or breaks this type of film, and there's bursts of extreme violence,
Right.
but it's all predicated on the fact that these are all very smart people having very intense, guarded, anticipatory, purposeful conversations. And then it's almost like, hey, don't forget what kind of movie it is. Hey, don't forget.
Don't forget.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, you put Anthony Hopkins in here as Hannibal Lecter, and like just his presence alone makes this movie creepy. The whole setup to going to see him for the first time is like horrible. You're uncomfortable the entire time, and it's I think it's in like the camera work that makes you feel so uncomfortable. Like you almost feel like Starling, where like anytime anybody's like talking to her, they are dead center of the camera, staring right down the barrel of it. So you're like, oh my God, I don't like this.
Yeah, I love the way that he's standing when we first see him in the cell, just like perfectly arms to the side, just like.
Good evening, Clarice.
And it really refines his thinking process. Like everything's neat and orderly, and he's standing at attention, and he enunciates. And I think my favorite thing is they introduce the character without the character. They tell you about him.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just show her getting to him.
Right.
Which is almost more terrifying than their first interaction.
Right.
And that's something that I feel a lot of movies nowadays miss out, is they have the character explain themselves, not have the movie explain the character, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
But you were saying Anthony Hopkins' presence.
Yeah.
This is one of the few movies that won the Big Five for Oscars.
Oh, yeah?
Actor, actress, director, screenplay, and one other one.
Was it?
Music?
Did it get Best Film?
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. The
Oh.
movie one too. Overall,
yeah,
the movie
okay.
one. Yeah.
I
Got
will
the
say
Big
that
Five.
like the music is so like it's that just annoying like noise, but it's so effective. And I, like Michael was saying, there's like these moments where it gets really intense. They really throw the music at you,
Yeah.
just to like make that tension. And there's something about like, you know, how like the notes are clashing. It's very dissonant where it like makes you feel uncomfortable. So yeah, I do always enjoy listening to the soundtrack, and it's not just the same like shrieking violins that we always get.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you need the violin, you need the strings in there, but
Yeah.
like if that's all it is.
Yeah, if it's like the old school like freaking like 80s slasher where it's just screeching and like loud jump bang
Yeah.
It's
noises.
the time and a place for everything, and I've obviously by the awards it won, this picked a good time and a good place to do everything it did.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins weren't the first choice for those
Oh,
characters.
really?
Yeah.
Do you know who else they were thinking?
I did about an hour ago.
Was it like
But
McConaughey?
no, I think it was Sean Connery.
Good evening, Clarice.
I mean, I hope he wouldn't have done it.
It's me, 007.
Me, 007.
Would you like to have sex with me, Clarice?
And then there was another really popular actress who passed on it because it was too disturbing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it was
I mean,
the
that's fair.
director had worked with her before and really wanted her for the role, and then she passed. So then of course, it's like we were just talking time and a place for everything. It's
Yeah.
like, well, the director ultimately made a good decision on who to go with because they both won Oscars
Yeah,
for
right.
it. So it's like, that's not bad when your second choice wins an Oscar.
Right.
But also, like, I understand being like typecast almost, where if you go into a movie like that, that people are gonna expect you to play some similar roles, and
Yeah, you're
and all
gonna
that.
you're gonna have some convention appearances.
Yeah.
couple here and there.
Yeah. Yeah. Or that's your whole life now.
It's like, come on, Jody, say the line. say what he could smell.
It's like, I'm not doing it again.
She's like, I fucking hate this job. Why did I ever sign up for Silence of the Lambs?
I love your impression of her.
Yeah, I do it pretty good.
Pretty good Jodie Foster. It's always good to have that in the bag of tricks.
Yeah.
What do you do? Well, I sing,
Well,
I
you-
dance, I do a mean Jodie Foster.
Listen, you never know. You're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and they're like, for $1 million, do a Jodie Foster. I have to be like, oh, Dr. Lecter. It was so cold, Dr. Lecter. So cold.
All right, let's talk about this frickin' plot, because
It's okay. So okay. So let me just start by saying this. When we first saw Longlegs, okay,
Okay.
Longlegs.
I started thinking, oh man, this is just like Silence of the Lambs. Like they're kind of setting it up, blah 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 blah. And then after watching Silence of the Lambs again, I'm like, Longlegs took a big swing and a fucking miss on how to set up like the serial killer investigation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I love the idea that they're sending in like this new trainee, like right out of the academy, and they're kind of using her as like almost like bait.
It's exactly bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they are using her for like her looks
Yeah,
and,
and, like-
her timidness.
Right. And like you can see it when she gets to this prison in the beginning that like even the head like security guy is like, well, what if we discussed Hannibal Lecter over coffee and drinks? And she's like, I'd rather just get to the interview, please. And he's like, all right, fine, fuck you, follow me. And like he's like every man she encounters is always like, oh yeah, whatever, it's just a woman, like it'll be fine. And then like the only one who gives her the time of day is like that first security guard. So they're really playing into that like, oh, everybody just views her as like a weak or helpless or like, yeah, whatever, she's just like a pair of eyes that you know.
I see what you're saying.
Like it kind of feels like that
I
in
see
the
what
beginning.
you're, but they don't. They just show it to you. They don't like describe it. And for me, the scene where they were like, she's living in a man's world is when she gets on the elevator to go up and see her boss.
Yeah.
And there's just like 9 dudes in the elevator that are all 1.5 feet taller than her.
Right.
And she's all sweaty and gross. And she just stands there in the middle. Nobody says anything to. I like that where it's just like, okay, we get her situation.
Right.
Yeah, actually, I feel like they do a good job at depicting what it feels like to be a woman without demeaning her. There are movies that demean women, and that's like their whole thing.
Right.
And then there are the movies that show what it's really like to be a woman in a, at that time especially, a very male-heavy, predominant.
Working in the
Right.
FBI in the 80s as
Yeah.
a woman had to be probably a few uncomfortable interactions.
Yeah,
just
but
gonna throw that out there.
The fact that she is able to do her job so well and then go on to be, you know, like
Yeah.
moving up in the FBI, whatever, like I think they do a good job at depicting
Yeah,
that.
Well,
because like there's those few scenes where, you know, like when they find the one body and they're standing outside of the room and the coroner's like, oh man, I gotta tell you, I've never seen a body, and her supervisor's like, I'd rather us discuss this, in private.
yeah.
And like she just gets left out while all the other men are just kind of like walking around her, looking at her, and like you feel like that. All right, am I getting left out because I'm a woman? And
Yeah,
then, like,
well, 100%, because I mean the FBI guy knew the small town she was in, they were in,
Right.
and knew how he would respond, with her in the room, and then just insulted her so that the
Right.
guy would be comfortable to give him information that he already has and doesn't need, and then his half-assed apology later. I was like,
Right,
you know
'cause-
what? Don't like you anymore.
Well, and I love that she sticks it back to him, where she's just like, "Listen, you got to lead by example. If you want me as like your partner, and you say
Yeah.
you respect me, then
Well,
you need to act like that
and
in
she
front of
sh-
everybody." And
She
not just
showed it.
me.
Yeah, don't treat me like this one way and then in public a different way. And then
Right.
she almost didn't even have to say it, because the next thing she does is kick all the cops out. She's like, everyone can leave. You're all dumb and poor. Is basically what she said. You're small town
badass.
cops. But she did it respectfully. She's like, I know you care for her. You brought her. You did an amazing job. We have her now. We're going to have the same care and compassion for her as you did. But right now she needs us, kind
Right.
of thing. And it related it to another woman.
Right.
But, I thought that was kind of cool. That was a good piece of writing there.
Yeah, so they bring in Starling as this new recruit, and her goal is to meet with Hannibal Lecter and try and start building a psychological profile on the serial killer Buffalo Bill that the FBI is currently on a big manhunt for. He's been known to skin his victims. They're trying to figure out, like, oh, where do we start looking? Why does he do this? What is his motive? So their only thought is, well, send somebody who, is kind of fresh to this, doesn't have an opinion, that Hannibal Lecter won't just eat up right then and there.
Right, and won't immediately see as a threat. He'll because he was kind of like with the quid pro quo stuff. Like, he's playing with her. He's like, no. If they're gonna send you, they have a reason for it. I'm gonna get something out of this,
Right.
Yeah.
and
I
I'm
mean,
able to do it.
It's funny because he's not like intimidated by her, but he also is very aware that there's a reason they sent her in. So he's just trying to like pick her apart, I think.
You know what I think about you with your bag and your cheap shoes? You scream like white trash. Like,
Yeah,
it's such a good, like...
it's
he's-
pretty cool. It's
like,
pretty cool.
once he realizes, like, she's there with a motive and, like, oh, yeah, fill out my questionnaire, like, we need to know, that he immediately was like,
Pop.
don't fuck with me, Clarice. I will send this right up your ass.
Yeah, it was definite. Didn't like that so much.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna make you hate me.
What if we turn that reflective lens on yourself, Dr. Lecter?
Can you do that?
And he's like, you know what, Clarice? Fuck you, girl.
Right? Your shoes are garbage, and I bet you were poor.
Yeah, your suit sucks too. Fuck you.
And he does keep that,
Yeah.
but just with the women, because he tells the senator, he's like,
Nice suit.
by the way, love the suit.
But I just love this. He's because this is like the famous line where he's just, a census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. And you're just like,
You
what
gotta do
the
that.
Like, dude, I remember seeing that scene for the first time, and I was like, dude, I don't want to be in this room anymore. I don't want to be anywhere near him. I'm good. If I ever bump into Anthony Hopkins on the street, just apologize, give him money.
It's him or me.
Hello?
It's on site. Yeah. Anthony, it's on site. All right? We're going to be eating your liver.
Yeah, mark the day.
Difference in between you and I, Steve, I immediately looked up what fava beans and Chianti was because I was 13.
Is Chianti a wine?
It's a beverage.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then fava beans are, of course, beans.
Beans.
Yeah.
I ate his liver with beans and rice.
Why would you eat the liver? Like, if you're gonna, like, don't you think the muscle parts of a person would
think
be
about
better?
it. No.
He's had that. That's
No.
old hat.
Just think
Just tastes
about
like
it. If it
chicken.
was an alcoholic, it's already in like a vodka cream
Ugh.
sauce, you know? It's
But the
already ready
liver
for
is
you.
like of the things you can eat in an animal, the organs are like the worst part.
Well, they're kind of the delicacy and the healthiest.
You know what? Right into the show if you've tasted liver.
I've eaten liver.
Liver is a thing that people eat, and I don't understand because
It's super good for you. It's packed with all kinds of stuff a growing boy needs.
Yum, yum, yum.
boy.
Fly, fly, fly.
Michael's just gonna randomly be going bah. Silence. Anyway, so
I hate this.
oh my god.
No, having fun.
No,
None.
no, we don't have fun here. This is a very serious.
This is a very serious podcast about
it's a very serious talk show about very serious subjects. No, but yeah, so like she interviews him, and then they go on. They start finding more bodies and more things, and she keeps returning to Lecter. And the fucking security head guy or whoever works at the prison, who's like scheming and like trying to like.
Well, he wants
you gotta
to
tell me about Lecter. Like,
he's the fame and fortune. She's trying to boost her career, but also is very like morally driven. He's completely amoral.
Right.
And then there's the fame and fortune guy, and then there's just the paper pushing boss who needs results. So I mean,
Right.
they've got all the moving
pieces.
parts. Yeah. I mean, most movies have those types of things, especially if they're trying to convey that much emotion, but since they all were done very well, you almost don't like at the first part, until they explain the FBI director's motives, you don't even think about it.
Right.
And then until they explain Hannibal Lecter's motives, you don't even think about it.
Right.
And then until she talks to the one girl that passed dad, you go, oh, right, she's doing this because humanity is better if people don't kill random strangers and eat them.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that's a contract we all sign.
Yep.
Don't murder.
I guess I won't eat somebody today.
Yeah. And if
I'll
you
stick
have to
the
murder, don't eat them.
Don't eat them.
Listen, if you have to kill them, I get it.
Right.
Just don't eat them.
Yeah.
Go to
and,
McDonald's.
You know, making suits out of people's skin also kind of weird.
But what if they were a great big fat person?
All right, now we're getting into the Buffalo Bill
Which is
impressions
just-
here from Steve.
which is just a wonderful depiction of, we're not sure why he's crazy. We're bluntly told that he, like, the movie really glosses over why he is the way he is.
Right.
And he's got some stuff going on.
I mean, just based on how they show him acting, you can tell there's something in the head that's not quite right.
And the book the book went, it's another fun little tidbit. 3 years after the book, they made the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
which
wow.
is nuts. Normally it's like 150, but this time they just chopped it right to 3.
That's
Yeah, right.
And the book goes way more into detail about his backstory, about
I'd guess
how he was
Yeah.
abused as a kid, which made him hate himself, and that's why he wanted to be a woman. But he was unqualified for gender reassignment surgery.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the
something like that.
requirements were in the 80s, but he didn't make the cut. So
well, you have to be like mentally well in order to have any sort of like major change like that. So I feel like it was a mental health not passing.
yeah, but in
you know?
1988, I feel like it was much more crude than it is nowadays. They're just like, he smells funny. No.
That's true. I don't know what it was like in the 80s.
But because of that, well, if they won't let me turn into a woman, I guess I can just wear one.
Well,
yeah.
so I don't know if did you read the book?
Uh-huh.
I heard that Starling and Lecter get together.
Hey, I'm not doing spoilers like that, all right? That's for me to keep in my
Well,
brain.
Oh, I mean, it's been out since 1988
I know.
or whatever you said the book came out.
I haven't even been out since 85 or whatever,
Yeah.
whenever the book came out. But yeah, it gets it's a book, so it kind of gets weird.
Yeah.
And there's quite a bit of things implied, or you can read between the lines, throw a little book pun in
Yeah.
there. But I don't know. It kind of ruins it for me, because the whole point was he leaves
Uh-huh.
and then calls her, and she's not worried about it. That's the whole movie, is she's not worried about him coming to kill her because they were respectful to each other, and
Right.
you know.
I love that ending of
Yeah, it's really good. Yep.
like, don't worry, if I was gonna call upon you, I would have done it.
right?
I like you,
And then
Clarice.
seeing dude get off the
I
plane,
like
you're just
you.
like,
I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Oh, that's a good line too.
But yeah, so like Buffalo Bill ends up kidnapping the mayor's daughter or something?
senator's daughter.
Senator's daughter, and is trying to finish his lady suit with her skin. And now our time crunch is kind of coming in.
Yep.
And like, this is where I think in the movie I start sweating. Like everybody
Yeah.
else is sweating, but I'm sweating with them.
Hey, in the 80s, if you're taking a helicopter somewhere, it's go time. It's go time. You know how much that would have cost back then? That's a huge chunk of the budget.
But I also love that they find Buffalo Bill by accident.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like all of this, they got all these resources. They're sending in like an entire army to the wrong house, and Clarice is just like, yeah, but what if I looked over here?
Well,
Yeah, and she just stumbles upon it because of the house.
Yeah,
Like,
I forget what it is, but she's just knocking on a door. It was like a previous person's residence
Yes.
that knew one of the victims,
Yep.
yeah.
and like,
so because she goes to that, so it's the humanitarian
Yeah.
that solves it. So she goes to talk to the gal's dad, and he lets her in the room and looks around and things like that, and finds some pictures or whatever, and is like, well, who's this? It's like, oh, his boy, I think he might still live there, or something like that.
yeah,
And then she's just
happens
like,
to wind up at the
I'm
house.
here, might as well. But also that you can kind of, and there's some people that go like, since she had those one-on-one conversations with Hannibal Lecter, he kind of gave her and just
Yeah.
her, but they don't really show it. They just kind of make you feel it, which is another reason why this
Yeah.
movie's so damn good.
Yeah, maybe it's more of like the
He knew it.
nuance of
He knew what she would do if she was like, he was able to think in her shoes and was like, okay, if I give her this information,
yeah, she'll
and then
end up
he
there.
knows the FBI guy
Yeah.
because he caught him. So
Oh, right.
it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I know that guy and he's using her. I bet I can use my psychological profile of them,
Right.
because the goal, that's how it was sold to her, was you get to help me out and this is going to be really good for your career. We're doing something for you.
Right.
And it's really for them to
Yeah,
catch.
they're
but
literally throwing her.
she wouldn't do it. Like, this is a huge bone.
Yeah.
And also, if it doesn't work out, this huge manhunt nationwide, the world knows who he is,
Mhm.
all lands on her.
Right.
Yeah.
They
So
can now
it's-
blame the trainee
Yep.
and not, oh, well, we let one of our very qualified trainees take lead. I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
And that was the thing. Like, her promotion was, I mean, that's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Like, you won't get promoted out of trainee unless you catch the number one guy that we can't find.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're the non-trainees, and we can't find them.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's also one of those things where it's like, did that happen to her by happenstance, or is she really that in tune with, being in like a behavioral analysis sort
Right,
of unit position? So
All
yeah,
I know is
it's
I
interesting.
couldn't do it. Like they're piecing together all this stuff. She's got to have communication skills. I'd be sitting there like, so you want to see the ocean? That's cool.
That's cool.
I saw it the other weekend. It's very wet there. Be like, will you shut up in your stupid vans and your silly hoodies?
So the well situation.
Mhm.
That's honestly my, and I hate to say it's my biggest critique, is that like she doesn't seem to be in that much trouble. She's kind of just in a well, and I get it. You want to be out of that well after a couple days, sure, but like the level of her freaking out when Bill isn't even like in the room and she's like going nuts,
Now,
like screaming and causing a ruckus.
yeah,
Like, all right, you have an FBI agent here. She's trying to help you out.
I just love that even Starling is like, shut up!
Yeah, I'm trying to help you.
I'm trying to hunt a serial killer.
But, I mean, she's going from absolutely no hope to hope.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
but that is, I would have probably been freaking out too. All right. I'd have been freaking out.
guess so.
I'd have freaked out. All right. I'd have
Just
freaked
like
out.
that. Bet.
It was just one outburst. I'd have killed
One
that
bet.
dog. I'd have killed that. As soon as I got that dog down there, I'd have
Just
pulled that
snap
dog's
its
head
neck.
off. Yep.
Just
And
be
then
like,
he'd had to either pull me out to kill me, and then
Yeah.
I could try. But that
No,
dog,
Michael,
that
I-
dog wasn't making
I
it.
feel like if you were in this situation, you would be that person who like pressed their body up against the wall
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
like, climbed
it is
themselves
kind
up.
of wide though. I feel like it's intentionally
Do you
too
see
wide.
how
I
lanky
know, I
he
know.
is? He could
Maybe
just-
if you went legs and arms,
like that
on
would be
either
the new
Yeah.
that would
Just
be the
full-
new fucking
Yeah.
horror
Full
movie.
Spider-Man
like,
it.
Yeah. No, because like Michael would somehow get the lights to shut off, and then
Yeah.
he'd just like skither up the fucking
Well,
wall.
I
You just hear.
mean, people rock climb with like the tiniest bits of rock. So if there's like even a little lip on a brick, you could get there eventually.
Well, and that's the fucked up thing. You could see like there was nails and shit
Yeah.
left
Oh, yeah.
in the wall of
Oh,
people
yeah.
who tried that.
Try.
And you're
That's
like,
where
"Ugh."
that's where it would kind of set in, where like if that was clean, you'd be like, all right, so he's never done this. I'm the first one.
Yeah.
Damn, I suck. But
Yeah.
then you look, you see fingernails in the wall. You're like, oh, he's good at it. Shit.
Ah,
And like
goddamn it.
the
crap.
the
My
girl
wa-
seeing the nails like makes her freak
Yeah.
the
Oh
fuck
yeah.
out.
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
my one weakness, a well. How did he know?
But the I think what a good look into his Buffalo Bill's psyche is like lowering lotion down so that you can sew their skin together better. Is just
the lotion on the
It's just so gnarly. Like that's so gnarly.
Listen, your skin's starting to get those weird red bumps.
It's
if
kinda
you could put
cracking.
some Aquafina on there, that'd be great.
Exfoliation goes a
Right.
long way.
Here's a pumice stone and some Jergens. You can't look like this in 3 days. I gotta make a suit.
It puts the Lubriderm on the exfoliant and rubs it on its skin, girl. You need some fucking work.
You're ashy as fuck.
You know, white people get ashy too. Run your nails across your skin, see it? That's not good.
That would be funny if he just gave like a 20-minute skincare monologue
Dude, he's got-
He
using
goes on about dry brushing.
1980s technology where it's all petroleum based. It's all terrible for you.
He's got the whiteboard slightly tilted down.
Can you see that?
Can you
okay.
see that?
Is the lighting
All
good
right,
enough?
so follow my laser pointer. So in 3 steps, we're gonna rub the lotion on our skin.
Counterclockwise, it doesn't absorb the other way.
Soon you'll be saying, "Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me."
Yeah, that was also some other he was very obsessed with making clothes out of people.
Yeah.
But he was
This whole
also
thing.
just as obsessed with like who he wanted to be.
Yeah.
So it's almost even. Now, I am not condoning any of his behavior at all. But that level, like if you're willing to go that far to change who you are, imagine how much he fucking hated himself. Like that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. I mean,
Poor fella.
the tucking for me was really one of those scenes where you're just like, oh,
I'm just
all
saying.
right, that's what we're doing.
I would have loved the scene after where he untucked and it just went boing.
And then just had an absolute monster.
Huge hog.
Monster. That would have been funny.
Too bad you don't want that, dude. Someone sure does.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I'll take half of that. Gee whiz.
It puts the lotion on my 12-foot hog.
But I had forgot about the tucking,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
That's a whole thing.
not for like a serial kill. It's that's so funny. Like that's so funny. That's just objectively funny.
It's bad because that scene has influenced like scenes in comedy movies. So there's that scene in Clerks 2
Yeah.
where Jay's got it tucked and he's just like, "Would you fuck me?"
Yep.
I'd fuck
Now-
me. And they're playing the Goodbye Horses in the back.
If you're unaware, every guy's done this.
At some point.
Before seeing this movie, every guy had already done this, and then there's a half a second like, wait, what? Oh,
I'm just saying, if
nope,
you're
I'm not making people close. We're good.
no, if you're that guy at home who's like, "Oh, these guys are weird. I've never done it." You
You-
100% have done it. You've done it this week and I will not hear any different.
And when the other guys
Done
did
it
it,
this week, Steve?
No, not me. The person who's critiquing us.
I see.
yeah, and you were probably the guy when other dudes in the locker room were doing it and goofing around. You were looking the most. Yeah,
I like to look from behind when.
that's
That's a fruit basket.
The fruit
Yeah.
basket.
Yeah.
The old goat.
The old banana and 2 apples.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
Anyway.
Yeah, they don't show nudity, but it's as much of a person as you can show without.
Yeah, and it's I mean, just the whole like he's presenting himself to himself.
Yeah.
And it's just a fantastic scene.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just
like-
Now-
it's just great because you get to see a lot of time. You just see the results of the killers or what other people are saying. They're like, we
Right.
got to watch him in his house with a victim with fucking downtime.
Yeah.
With downtime, like that's the part of this movie where it's like somebody knew what they were doing because
Right.
everything else is like bloody crime scene, person hunting for the killer,
Yeah.
then the killer getting caught and going, I never thought I'd get caught. But
Yeah.
this was just like, dude's just in his kitchen.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
hanging out.
I always thought of it as he was like filming himself, and then I realized like, no, he probably doesn't have a camera. It's like way too early
And
for
in
people
the,
to just have.
in the 80s, we would have
cameras
seen
capture-
the
Yeah.
great big JVC or whatever.
Yeah, he's just like doing it in a mirror. But I feel like if it were like a little more modern of a take, he would have been like,
yeah, and we could have
filming
watched it on
himself to-
Instagram.
Yeah.
to like put it on the internet.
That would have been the marketing material.
Yeah.
Just a reel of a guy tucking and just being like, would you fuck me?
No explanation, no nothing. Don't
Nothing.
associate. That's a great marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Let's make a film, and then I'll be the guy that talks. Bah!
Bet.
Bah!
Oh my god. Any other final thoughts on Silence of the Lambs?
I feel like everybody's seen this movie. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just an awesome movie.
It is a fun one to go back to. We don't go back to it a lot, but every now and then, if you're just looking for something
Mhm.
creepy and unsettling and a great story behind it, watch Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, the one thing we did kind of gloss over is the whole the cocoons found
Oh,
in the
yeah.
wind,
The
and then
moths.
obviously the transformation aspect of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I got a question.
Answer.
Not the Daily Double. The garage,
Yes.
because he knows where his like.
Oh,
that
the
was-
Moffat thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that head in the jar. Hannibal knew about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think Hannibal Lecter saw something in this guy that he could mold into a get out of jail free card later on?
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
He's
that's-
like 10 steps ahead. sort
Because
of
he
thing.
that's
kept
a good
that head.
thought. Yeah.
He kept that head in a preservative in a place
Yeah, he knew.
with a labyrinth to find
Yeah.
on purpose. He didn't do things by accident. Everything
Right.
everything was done well.
Actually, that's a good point. I
Yeah.
never thought of that.
I think there are like so many more layers to this than I can even think of, and it's probably one of those films that people are like, actually, there's like so much more going on here that you don't realize.
Right. It's
But,
like The
yeah.
Shining. If you watch it 1,000 times, you're going to take something new away from it every time.
I
Yeah.
watched that several times, and I'm like, he's looking at the camera. He's looking. I had to watch it 5 times and be like, he looked right at me. Oh my word!
can
And
see.
then because you see the obvious one, and then there's a couple subtle ones.
Yeah.
So this is another movie where like I've seen it a bunch, and the book is descriptive in a different way.
Mm.
And so I mean, if you haven't read the book, read the book. The book's it's a cool book
Yeah.
if you're into, I mean, making people clothes and stuff. But
You're
the
into creepy stuff.
but the other thing that I wanted to ask was, if he didn't, then why'd he keep the head? Because
For
he
fun?
ate all, like, his trophies were meals.
Yeah.
Well, so I think
Oh boy.
that was
Oh, he's
So-
thinking real hard.
no, because I think there was a line or something where he said that was one of the victims, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of Buffalo Bill's
Yep.
victims, right? When he first started out. So I think you honestly might be onto something where like he's like, all right, I'm gonna hang on to this,
And that might have been
like,
a gift
probably,
from.
like because he probably thought I'm gonna be caught in the next couple of days,
And that was that might have been
feel
like
it
the
coming.
test for Buffalo Bill.
right?
Was like, can I get him to, like Hannibal Lecter say, am I good enough? Which is a very that's malpractice. Don't get the guy to murder. But in his twisted mind,
Yeah.
he's not good. He's got to be good enough to get him to do it by himself. And then he was even good enough to get brought a gift,
Yeah.
which is just, that's extra creepy, Steve.
That's
That's extra creepy.
Yeah.
But that was just something that the last time watching it, I was like, was he a scapegoat protege just
Yeah.
like she was for the FBI director?
Honestly-
Because it's an exact mirror
Yeah, just like
of the other two.
opposite.
Yeah, because he said Buffalo Bill was one of his patients.
Yep.
And he's like, I know exactly who he is, where we go.
And she was the FBI director's trainee who he got to catch another.
yeah.
So it's kind of, it's an interesting mirror.
Yeah.
And films do that quite often. And it
well,
was
good
kinda- it was
films
kinda
do
neat.
that.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's,
Yeah.
Good films.
that's a
And
very good correction, Steve.
It
Good
also
films.
brings us back to the whole, classics are classics for a reason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you haven't seen it, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Go
there's a
watch
reason
it.
why most people know Silence of the Lambs. So if
Yeah.
you're outside of that, get inside of that.
Yeah. And join us next week for more spooky podcast.
Yeah.
We're not saying what it is.
We're not done
It's
yet.
gonna be super scary.
We're not done. Well, one more bah from Michael should just about do it. Well, join us in another 2 weeks for another Shrieks and Psychos. What is this called again?
Shrieks
and Shrieks. There it is. Ha ha. Nailed it.
we did.
Bye.
Bye.
It's Halloween.
Ooh.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and nice Chianti.
Smiling at me! Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
I just want to talk. And I want honest answers. Do you have any idea what's going on out there?
I like wearing your skin.
Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.